I've been wanting to make this video for a little bit now, but yeah, I figure right now is the right time to do it. I have come a long way. Um, I put a lot of work into this channel, and there were plenty of times where I could have done more. Right? There are a lot of times I could have done more, but I think right now it's the right time to basically say goodbye. Um, Goodbye to my VTuber model. Sorry for baiting you with that, but no, I mean, I think this is something to say. It is a declaration because for the past year and a half now, I have been using a VTuber model, and now I'm no longer going to be doing it. And so we're going to talk a little bit about like why that is, where I am going to be going with this channel, what I'm doing. So why no VTuber model? Why am I no longer going to be virtual anime boy, right? So first of all, this was not like an easy decision. It wasn't immediately in my thought like, oh, I should stop using a model, right? But now it has come to that point because I took a second to look back. I took a second to try and understand like my content and what I want to do and what I want to put out there, right? And I realized like VTuber, the VTuber model doesn't really help. It doesn't help me express something that I normally can't convey. There are some things that being a VTuber will help me to do, will help me to express. But these are things that I'm not focusing on right now. So what are these things? What am I talking about? Basically, like cover songs, right? Cover songs or roleplay content or just showcasing really cool like VTuber anime stuff. There are a lot of things that are kind of more unique to the VTuber niche that originally are things I wanted to do. I wanted to do cover songs, I wanted to sing and all that, but I'm not a particularly great singer. I'm not a very confident singer, and I have no idea about the music, like how to even produce a song, right? And I'm not really looking to get into it either. If that's the case, if I am not doing things that are better conveyed with a VTuber model, then why am I being a VTuber? Because at the end of the day, what I want to be doing, the content that I want to be doing, the content that I want to be putting out there is sharing with you guys my love for video games. I like video games a lot. I've been playing them forever, and maybe one can say that I am addicted, right? Because it's like I've been playing them for the last 30 years of my life, okay? And the thing about video games is that I've never stuck with one. This video was originally going to be called like, oh, I'm bad at YouTube and this is why, right? The reason why it was called that and the reason why I guess I'm bad at YouTube, it is more of a discipline, it is more of a work ethic, it is more of a not being able to consistently upload sort of thing, which is something I'm working on and I'm going to be trying to like get over, okay? But the reason behind that, right, is the fact that I burn out very easily. I burn out very easily, and if there is one thing you can do to like have a good foundation to make a YouTube channel that takes off in a very fast way, in a very effective way, it is being a one trick. It is spamming the heck out of a niche that you find that has like an untapped audience that you can like be obsessive over and just pop like that, you know. So like that is that is exactly what, you know, anyone that is looking to grow in this space should be doing. Now the problem with that is I'm not very good at that. Okay, my interests is gaming as a whole, and what I mean by that is like I love all kinds of video games practically. I think it's easier to say how many types of games that I don't like, really. Because like I play shooters, I play colony sims. Last month, I've been like absorbed and sucked into Dwarf Fortress, okay? I play Palworld, so like these survival creature collection games. I play Pokemon, that's a turn-based RPG. Persona, Final Fantasy, there's a lot of Japanese stuff in that, right? But like what, Call of Duty, I've played WoW a little bit, I dabbled in. I like a lot of different games. I like a lot of different aesthetics, right? And so I do not feel comfortable spamming one game. That's the problem. Because like if you noticed, ever since I quit Yu-Gi-Oh, the goal was, let's find one game. Let's find one game that we can spam, that we could do, that we could just keep slamming out content after content, video after video, guide after guide, and just like, boom, right? Everything will be great. And that game for a little bit was Palworld. And we were doing really good with Palworld. I was doing really well with Palworld. I'm proud of like the Palworld videos that I made, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. But the problem was the drought, right? Like Palworld stopped coming up with significant updates. There was the raid boss update, but it just wasn't good enough. It wasn't it wasn't thick enough. It didn't have a lot of that meat, okay? And honestly, by the time the raid boss update came out, I was kind of tired of Palworld. I was like, I'm not really into it anymore. Now we got like No Rest for the Wicked and Dragon's Dogma 2, and these are great games. These are great games that I love and enjoyed and really liked playing. But even those games too, I was burnt out on it. I get burnt out very easily. I obsess over games. I go really deep into it, and enough so that I can like make guides. And one thing that I know that I can do well is I can make guides for people. I can talk about a complex subject like a spear blade, a mystic spear blade, a mystic spear hand. I can make a guide for that class, and on the other hand, make a guide on how to reset Finley, the like this really complicated, this really overconvoluted mess of a mechanic where they have a special merchant appear every Sunday, and how you can kind of game that, right? I can make guides on very complex subjects like Sky Strikers or Yu-Gi-Oh, how to play these Yu-Gi-Oh decks, which is, Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the most complicated card games out there, right, to almost ever exist. The most complicated mainstream card game, that is. That is my strength, is being able to make these guides. And every time that I make these guides and I see them pop off, and when I understand like, oh, I don't even have an established audience for that game. Like, you guys who came and saw me from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or came and saw me from Palworld, 9 times out of 10, you guys didn't watch my Dragon's Dogma 2 video. You guys didn't watch my No Rest for the Wicked video, and that makes sense. Obviously, you're not into those games. I'm not asking you to be into those games, but what I'm saying is like, I can do this, right? I think I have good content. I have good things to put out there, and I do like games. I love video games, and that is kind of where we are going to be going towards more in the future. So to bring it all back, right? Basically what I'm saying is that I want to do this type of content. I want to be able to freely make videos for other games without having to worry or be like, ooh, I don't know if this audience, this No Rest for the Wicked audience, will vibe well with an anime avatar, right? Like, there's that. And the fact that, like, if I am playing different games, right, the one thing that can sort of unify, like, all my content, all my videos, all my branding is me, right? It's this guy over here. I know I'm not the best thing to look at, but I don't have that much of an issue with it. So I think I've kind of come to terms with it, so to speak. So yeah, it's much easier to sort of brand my stuff with my face. If I'm playing multiple games, well, that's basically like React content, right? If you're looking for my reactions of games, then it's easier for me to emote with my actual face than it is with a VTuber model. My primary goal right now is to work on this channel, work on content, and pump out a lot of videos and do live streaming. Really give live streaming a shot, really give live streaming a chance, because at the end of the day, that is my passion. That is like what I love to do the most, is play games and talk shit with a bunch of all of y'all, right? Like, that's really where it comes down to it. And there's a lot of stuff coming up. So let's talk about a little more in detail, like what we're going to be doing in the future, right? So obviously, right around the corner is the Shadows of the Erdtree. I'm not really prepared for this, okay? I never really thought like, oh yeah, I'm going to be hitting that Elden Ring DLC super hard. Now, I think I am going to be streaming it if I can find time. But I am working, actually, on a lot of videos for a game that you probably are more aware of, more of all of y'all are aware of, which is Palworld. All right, Sakurajima update is coming out at the end of June, and let's just say that I'm going to be working on a lot of stuff coming up to that update. So Sakurajima stuff we're going to be coming out with. I'm probably going to be recording like a react or a trailer analysis right after this. And then I'm going to be getting into working on those videos, right? So Sakurajima is definitely something I'm going to be spamming. I also got invited to another beta test, which is Strinova. Strinova is like this Chinese tactical shooter game that I found off Karyu's channel. He's like a big Valorant YouTube creator. Really, really cool guy. And so I looked at that game and I thought, damn, this is what I've been wanting, man. This is what I've been wanting to just play a competitive waifu shooter, okay? This is what I've been wanting. It is a little bit of a weird game. Essentially what you're doing is you're playing these really hot anime women. There's some hot anime men too. And the gimmick is that you can turn 2D. It's so goofy. It's so weird that basically you turn into fucking Paper Mario while you're shooting someone. You're like, shooting, turn into paper, shooting, turn into paper, right? Just reducing your hitbox into a single line. And I think the idea of that is really stupid, but really stupid in a weird, goofy, funny way. So I'm kind of excited to be trying that as well. We are going to be streaming. Catch me live on twitch.tv/rednude23, twitch.tv/rednude23. That's where we're going to be hanging out mostly, but I will be restreaming to YouTube as well on this channel. So subscribe if you really don't like Twitch or something like that. Oh, and I do want to say now, it is no longer off the table for me to stream Yu-Gi-Oh! I am happy. No. I am okay. I am at a place now. Why is it so hard to say? I am at a place now where Yu-Gi-Oh! When I look at it, it doesn't make me retch. Retch is a word that I learned playing Dwarf Fortress. It doesn't make me want to vomit. It doesn't make me sick to my stomach. There was a point in time, obviously, when I quit Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, I hate this shit. I hate everything about this shit, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. Get this shit off my channel, right? I'm done with Yu-Gi-Oh! There was definitely like that part of me there. That was real, that was genuine, but I think I'm past it. I think I'm past that point right now. So we are probably going to be streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, because we just have so much coming up. We have Shadows of the Erdtree, Strinova, we have Palworld, but it is something I want to revisit in the future, because all of y'all have been coming up in my comments saying like, oh, Engage is at 3, Renu engages at 3, you said you'd come back if it engages at 3, and I did say I would come back, and I probably will come back, so just not like immediately, okay? There's a lot of stuff to work on right now. There's a lot of things to do. I'm not looking to come back to being like a one-trick Yu-Gi tuber. I will never do that. But like Sky Striker engages at 3, that sounds pretty cool. Camelia's coming back, or Camelia's coming out, that sounds pretty cool. Maxi is gonna be replaced by this dude. Hopefully it's on the screen. that sounds okay. That doesn't sound too bad. And that sounds like something I'd be willing to try. So yeah, I'm definitely open to streaming Yu-Gi-Oh again. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming Yu-Gi-Oh again. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be in a couple months. I have no idea. I really don't. But I will say that it's no longer off the table. We'll come back. We'll do some Yu-Gi-Oh content. We'll do some grind to masters maybe, right? I don't know. The thing about this whole video is that we're trying something new, right? But at the end of the day, we're trying, right? Maybe this variety stuff won't work out. Maybe I can't make so many videos on so many different types of games. Maybe, you know, I do have to be more of a one trick, even though I'm more, I burn out very easily. Maybe I do have to get over the fact that I'm burning out. But at the end of the day, what this video is saying, hey, I'm still here. I'm still going to be trying. And I'm also not going to be a virtual anime boy anymore. That's a big gist. That's a big takeaway from it.